Alright. For real this time. Hey everybody. Well, I did it. I got me one of these Zippo pipe lighter inserts. Put my nice Zippo case. Isn't that cool? Sunday afternoon. Spent most of the day doing yard work. Always fun. Especially when a lot of it's fighting with my tools. My string trimmer doesn't want to release string when you tap it. I have a new blade for the edger. Can't get the old one off, and even if I could, it needs a new nut to keep it on there now. But I got it all done, and I'm about wore out. Oh, and best of all, the self-propulsion on my lawnmower just gives out. So, quite an arm workout. But I figured I'd come out here to the shed now that that's all done and enjoy a bowl of Burley Flake in my nice Chacom, whatever, reverse calabash. I always like the look of these. I saw a couple on eBay. Finally got one for myself 5-6 months ago. And the Burley Flake is one of the first tobaccos I liked enough to buy in bulk. I got a pound of it. That's nice. I really appreciate all the support on my first video. I was gonna try and shout people out, but it's a good few people, and if I forgot anybody, I'd feel bad. So I'll just say thank you to everyone who watched and commented, or watched and didn't comment even. I really appreciate it. I had some stuff I could have talked about it in an introduction, more about me, but I was a little nervous, and you're just kind of like ripping off a band-aid, just get something recorded and put it up there. Man, that's nice. Yeah, I'm 31. You probably see back there. I keep bees. I started keeping bees back in 2021. Coming up on 3 years, actually. I got my first 2 beehives on April 11th, 2021. So, coming up on 3 years. It's a lot of fun. It's wild. There's a lot to learn about bees, and I really enjoy it. Managed to get honey every year so far, so that's nice, which isn't always a certainty. I keep forgetting I'm supposed to be smoking in this video. Man, that's good. Yeah, keep bees. I like to garden. I got few different squashes growing right now. The blueberry bushes I've had going for, the oldest ones I've had for about 5 years now. They're covered in blueberries. Very excited about that. We're getting around, it's usually around the beginning of April down here where they start ripening. We end up with quite a bit of blueberries. Maybe I'll do a little garden tour at some point. I got a raised bed of asparagus I've had going for a few years now. Those take a long time to get established. So we're just now getting to the point where we can really harvest some asparagus out of it. I don't know if y'all know, asparagus is pretty cool, but what you buy in the store is just like the first little shoot that comes up out of the ground, and then if it keeps growing, it like branches out and it almost looks like dill a little bit. It's got these real thin little leaves, kind of ferny. Ow. What else? I like to do a bit of crochet. Something I kind of picked up here and there over the years, but never. Always got kind of bored with it. But this time, I was just like practicing stitches, making nothing really. And I decided I should actually try and make something. And it's a lot of fun. It's nice. Just sit back, follow patterns mostly. I can't like just sit down and start working and make something from my head, but that's fine. Made a lot of cool stuff. Maybe I'll throw in a couple pictures here. I can just edit. I don't know why I'm like leaving space. It's goofy. Oh man, I'm glad we have a friend that's a massage therapist, and she makes house calls, and we have our monthly massages scheduled for a little later on this evening, so that's going to be real nice after pushing that damn lawnmower. Anything else? I'm trying not to make this too long. Well, I'm only at 8 minutes. I say only, but you know, it's a lot of time for people. Man, I love the Burley Flake. It's almost chocolatey, but not in like cocoa. Not necessarily like a bar of chocolate, but almost like a cocoa powder. I like to fiddle with my pipes as I smoke them. I probably don't really need to. It's just me, I guess. Gardening, crochet, beekeeping. I only have 2 beehives right now. It's fluctuated between 2, like when I first started, and the most I've had is 5. We can only technically have 3 on our property, so you know, stuff happens, but we're looking real good this year. They're building up, getting stronger. I should mention this. I actually have another YouTube channel where it's mostly bee videos, but my intention is to do other kinds of videos, and I just like to have fun with it. I'm not really trying to be like a YouTuber or anything. I just enjoy. It's fun to like play with thumbnails and make silly titles. They're pretty boring videos. I'm trying to at least make them shorter. I like to narrate, but some of my early ones they're fine, but I want to say they're kind of brutal. Just like really long and like every little bit of me going through the bees. But it's a nice day for it. The bees are flying a lot. They didn't mind me mowing or running the weed eater around them. That's always nice because I don't wear a veil or anything when I do it, so I've definitely picked up some stings around my head. You know, hands, legs, through my pants are one thing when I'm going through them, but you know, you don't want to get stung in the face, which I don't react to them too bad. I gotta get better at balancing smoking and talking to the camera, obviously. I like this little insert. It's, the flame isn't the smallest, but it doesn't really bother me. It works pretty well. What a blend. Perfect thing to relax after all that effort. Man, we had our game night last night, and I took some little clips of that. I think I'll put it in here.
Bridges, railways, and a portable hospital, and a vacuum-powered atmospheric railway.
Damn,
Though
okay.
unfortunately for the latter, the leather flaps sealing them with vacuum pipes were eaten by rats.
What's his name?
Isambard Kingdom Brunel.
Oh yeah, that's me all the way.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want you peeping on board.
Something like this one's located well, so like, yeah, I can see you doing that in a 2-player game. Alright, take a player mat.
Oh god, there's more? Easy peasy. How long does it say it takes to play a game of this?
It says 60 to 120, so...
Okay, so
240.
4 or 5 hours for our first game.
Yes.
Brass, which there's a whole bunch of them, but the one we played, I think maybe the most popular one or the first one or something is Brass Birmingham. But this is a different version, Brass Lancashire. And it's like the board's a map. You'll see, I'll put it in there, but it looks very complicated, and it is pretty complicated, but once you get to actually playing,
Hour and a half in, we're ready to start.
the gameplay is pretty simple. The complexity is in the strategy, and I thought I was doing pretty good, but I ended up 3rd place. But it was our first game. We do a game night pretty much every Saturday. We like Euro games where you're not generally directly competing, just everyone's playing together, and then at the end you just all total up your points. It feels a lot better playing those games with your friends than like direct competition, for me anyway. But then we've also played Risk, and it did kind of feel pretty good to just obliterate my 3 buddies. But as good as that felt, it felt pretty bad to be so far behind at the start of that game. But I guess at this point I'm rambling. We'll see how it goes in the editing. I'll probably put in those clips. Where are we at? Almost 14 minutes with the clips. I think that's a pretty good length of video. Oh yeah, been catching up on all the YTPC videos. Still not quite caught up, but I got through a good few of them while I was doing yard work, so mostly listening, but if I hear something, I'll pull my phone out of my pocket and check out the video, stop, take a 10-second break to leave a comment. I really dig a lot of y'all's videos. You know, it's nice connecting over the hobby of pipe smoking. Always loved it. Always loved the idea of it. Always wanted to do it. Like I said, I bought my first pipe, probably a Missouri Meerschaum Legend, and a pouch of Royal Cherry Cavendish from the Walgreens on my 18th birthday. Yeah, loved it. You know, had a lot to learn. Didn't know you were supposed to dry it. Really roasted my tongue, but that's it. Sounds like that's a pretty common first pipe experience. But I learned, you know. Didn't have a ton of money, so I didn't branch out with a lot of different blends, but I sure enjoyed the hell out of it. And then when I got into cigarettes and started, you know, kind of being addicted to nicotine, the pipe just... I'd smoke a pipe and eventually just start craving a cigarette because I needed the nicotine to, you know, not going to... I needed more nicotine, which was unfortunate, but I'm real glad I'm back to it. And I'm glad I'm making videos. Yeah, even if I maybe feel a bit silly still, I like it. Just sit here. Everybody loves to talk about themselves, so just hang out and sit in front of the camera. I reckon I'll leave it there. Finish this pipe, edit together a little video, and get it uploading. Thanks again for all the support. Shout outs. I believe I got a shout out from Uncle Willie. Really appreciate that. Nailed my name. And yeah, I called this one Shuggy because my other channel is Shug. And really my friends call me, you know, any variation on Shug or Shuggy you can think of. So they're both, and I wanted to differentiate them a little, even though it's practically the same name. I'll link my other channel. I recorded a B video last Wednesday that I still need to edit. See, I record those with a nice camcorder, and I have to edit those on my laptop, and that's a big barrier to actually doing them and getting them up, because I don't like sitting around on my computer as much as I'll sit around and play Harvest Moon on my Switch or watch videos on my phone. There's just something about sitting in front of the computer. I don't know, but I'll buckle down and do it. Feel free to check that out or not. It's all just something I do for fun. Like, I'm not going for... I'll never monetize it or anything. I just like to pretend I'm doing the whole YouTube thing. But yeah, I'll leave it there and actually smoke this instead of letting it go out every 10 seconds while I talk at the camera. Really appreciate y'all watching. Like and comment if you feel like it. Smash that like button. We'll catch y'all on the next one.